New Mexico State University Chancellor Dan Arvizu stepping down today, months ahead of when his contract was set to expire. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Morgan.
And I'm Natasha Paloma. KTSM 9 News reporter Shelby Cap joins us live here in the studio tonight. And Shelby, the university was not planning to renew Arvizu's contract. Is that correct?
Yeah, Dan Arvizu says it was a mutual decision for him to leave, saying he wants the university to be able to focus on hiring a permanent replacement for him. But yes, the NMSU Board of Regents did decide back in December not to renew Arvizu's contract, but it doesn't expire until June 30th.
For the past 5 years, my only motivation has been to do what I believe is in the best interest of the university.
Dan Arvizu was hired as Chancellor of NMSU in 2018, taking the place of Gary Carruthers. Now, Carruthers held the titles of both Chancellor and President for the university, and Arvizu was hired only as the Chancellor, while John Flores was hired as the President. But Flores stepped down in January 2022, making Arvizu the head of the university.
I'm not a traditional university administrator. I've made that clear in my comments. I didn't grow up in the academy. My expertise is really actually in energy research, in materials and process sciences, some work in development and deployment. And in 2018, I was honored to be selected as the chancellor of this great university system.
Arvizu stepping down comes after months of bad headlines for the university, including Dan Arvizu's wife being arrested for battery in May 2022 after suspicions that her husband was having an affair. Now, Arvizu denied the affair, and the battery charge for his wife was later dismissed. Then in November 2022, there was a deadly shooting involving an NMSU men's basketball player. And in February 2023, the Aggie season was shut down, and head coach Greg Heyer was fired amid serious hazing allegations by one player against 3 of his teammates. An NMSU student commenting on the timing of Arvizu's departure from the university.
Because they announced that he was not going to be renewed, but that he would at least continue through his term. And if he's resigning now, when it's not that far away, it's already April, it's 2 months out, that's just, it strikes me as weird, especially with everything else has happened this year at the university.
And the interim chancellor has already been named, and it's Jay Goosh, who was the president of NMSU from 2000 to 2003. Andy?
Yeah, and Shelby, from what you've been able to gather so far, what is the university's timeline for filling this position on a permanent basis?
Yeah, they did already hire an executive firm to help with that process and to assist with finding someone to take that position permanently, and they are going to be having these listening sessions in the coming weeks for that.
Something to keep an eye on. Shelby, thank you very much. Want to take